And good evening to all you fine folks out there on the World Wide Web. It's Thursday night. It is February the 1st, 2024. The old month of January has left us in the rearview mirror. It's the first day of February 2024, and you are watching live Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, Thursday night live. We welcome all of you fine folks all over, wherever you're watching from. We welcome you to our broadcast tonight. Appreciate you taking the time to invite us into your home or wherever you may be viewing and spending the next hour, hour and a half with us here as we pontificate and as we prognosticate and as we prevaricate and as we do all other kind of adjectives that we would do We
That's
welcome
you,
you.
Marvin. You are the king of the prevaricators.
We welcome you to our program tonight. We appreciate you all joining us. Hope you're having a good evening. Beautiful day today. Beautiful day. Beautiful day to start off the month of February. Tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, is tomorrow Groundhog Day?
That's it.
Groundhog Day tomorrow, so we'll know whether we're going to have 6 more months of winter or if spring is right, 6 more weeks of winter or spring's right around the corner. What's that, Charlie?
Why have I got a red line across mine? What's that about?
I don't know about no red line.
We cutting you. You just don't know it yet. We
Okay.
slowly cutting
Or the
you.
logo.
That is part of the lower third, if you will, where the phone is. It's to give it some ambiance and some flavor from the master provocateur.
Don't let him lie to you,
I
Charlie.
gotta get my mind right before I do this tonight.
He's getting ready to cut
What
you
is
out.
that? Has he been charged with drug charges on him or anything? I mean,
No.
Oh, hey guys, we welcome you to our show tonight. Glad you joined us. We're looking forward to a great time with you tonight. We're going to have a good time no matter what. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. But I promise you this, you're going to hear the truth. Why? Because we are live coming to you tonight from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia, our studio at Thompsontown, Georgia, studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and our studio at turn number 3 at the Old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama, live all across the great United States of America and foreign countries where it is legal and illegal for us to broadcast live all across this great nation, all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and in the great state of Baker County, Georgia. We give a big salute to all of our Baker Countians. And ladies and gentlemen, we need you to know this. It's time for the truth and nothing but the truth. You will hear truth here that you will not hear anywhere else. But I do give you this disclaimer. If you do not subscribe to common sense thinking, you might want to turn the channel. You might want to flip on a Super Mario game and play it. You might want to go watch a rerun of Jerry Springer or something of that nature. Why? Because you're going to find our program offensive, because we're going to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Guys, we're coming live on the big screen tonight. The big screen at Bigguns. Bigguns. Bigguns.
that's what.
Bigguns. 112.41675 inches.
Them numbers won't even fit on the
Is
screen.
that a high
Say that
definition?
again, Mark. Say that 3 times in a row.
I can't say that. They making them, now and it's diagonal, so they kind of put them off there. And next thing will be they go into centimeters. We're live tonight at Bigguns, guys. Bigguns, burlap toilet paper by the case. Bigguns, brain lobotomies for liberals. Bigguns, Floyd, you're gonna like this one. Bigguns, broke folks trying to do business with other broke folks.
That is Floyd. That's Floyd.
Bigguns.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Bigguns, baby bassinet cover tops for ugly babies. Bigguns, bra stretching and retarping for the extra large in Bascom, Florida.
Ooh.
Extra large, what?
Now, for those of you watching that want to help us out, we want you to patronize, if you will, our sponsors. And when we have one of that caliber so close to the immediate area where we all live, we invite you to go down there and do business with them.
Hey, no other place but Bigguns,
That's
Bascom,
right.
Florida. Bascom, Florida, where you don't have to ask them.
That's exactly right. Bascom, where you don't have to ask them. Man, please. Woo, we got an old truck driving buddy that down there from Bascom. He tunes in every Thursday night. We'll see if he tunes in tonight and chimes in. Martin, why don't you tell him where you at there? Tell him where you are. Give him a tutorial on your picture there.
This picture was captured by Mr. Richie
Jones
Jones.
from
This is in
Baker County, Georgia.
This is.
Say that now. Repeat that.
I lost the last name. It just kind of slipped. Richie Jones. We call this colorful Baker County at sunset.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh.
And you know, I don't want the folks out there to think we tooting our own whistles, if you will, but we have become so, I guess, popular with the people that want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth. How do you think Jesse Waters got his story on Bainbridge, Georgia, and the monkeys?
Exactly right.
We had it 2 weeks ago.
We've been on the top of it for a while. Jesse saw us. Jesse watches us.
That's what I'm telling folks.
He gets pointers from us.
And listen,
it's plain.
I wonder if they've got a room in the White House press room that they're playing us on right now.
She wouldn't understand what we say. You talking about Coco the Clown?
They'd have to have an interpreter.
Yeah, Coco the Clown couldn't understand us.
They'd have to have an interpreter.
They don't understand. They don't understand two things. They don't understand common sense and the truth. They don't know nothing about that.
Did y'all get to see a clip that's going around on Facebook of the military wife who took issue with Coco the Clown?
I didn't see that. I hadn't seen that.
Oh, but I sent it to Marvin on his
the video. Yeah, the video.
Did you watch it?
I hadn't watched it yet.
Well, what happens is Coco the Clown is trying to ramble and tell about what's happening with the 3 soldiers that have lost their lives in the last few days. And she made the comment, the president will be there when their remains are brought back. And this is a serious thing. These 3 guys were fighting for the administration. Fighting for the administration. And this military wife comes on there behind it and says, excuse me, what's her name?
Karine Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
It's a hyphenated name.
One or whatever she wants to be. She said, first off, they are not fighting for the administration.
That's right.
They're fighting for America. They're fighting for the freedoms we believe in this country. And if it weren't for your double minority status, I'll leave it at that, you wouldn't have that job to start with because you hadn't got enough sense to do it.
She said that, Charlie. That's right.
Yes,
100% the truth, too, buddy.
Nothing but the truth. That's the only reason the girl got the job.
That's the only reason. She checked all the boxes, baby. She got them all.
I bring to your attention the quality that old Uncle Joe has brought up there. And let's look at Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Now, she was up there for the orange-haired guy. Now, what's she doing these days?
She's the governor
of the great state of Arkansas.
She's governor of Arkansas. Thank you very kindly. That's all.
Yeah, I mean.
And the red-headed woman that was up there before, Mophead was up there. She's now on MSNBC. Ain't that
That's
great?
a good place for her.
Yeah, that's a stretch for her. That's a stretch. Boy, that's a challenging job to be on MSNBC.
Imagine that.
Man, that's a challenging job. All you got to do is say, Donald Trump bad, Donald Trump bad, Donald Trump bad. That's all you got to say.
That's it.
That's it. You did.
I was thinking about those guys that were killed, and then I read an article the other day that the president is worried that if we get too involved, that it could escalate the already volatile situation in the Middle East.
Yeah,
it's already
see, if he'd have done his job, there wouldn't be nothing over there to escalate.
If we got involved, that's right.
If he'd have done his job, and you know, I thought, what was it? I know one of them was a young lady. Might have been two. I can't remember.
Two were women and one was a
Two
man. They
young
all
ladies,
from Georgia. All three of them were from Georgia.
All three of them from Georgia, and
went through Fort Benning because they don't call it Fort Benning anymore. It's Fort Reggie or something like that now. It's not Fort Benning anymore, but that's where they went through at the basic training.
It's still Fort Benning to me. And
Fort Reggie, I think. Fort Reggie or Fort Chris, one or the other.
Haven't they renamed Fort Benning? I mean Fort. What's the one out from Dothan?
Fort Rucker. Have they renamed
Fort Rucker is now Fort Novacell.
Novacell, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Novacell.
That's what they give you before they drill your teeth in the dentist's office, ain't it?
Right. No. Jack right, Queen. You remember that Novacell?
Oh God.
Fort Moore is
Columbus.
Fort Benning.
Yeah.
Fort Moore.
Speaking of Moore, we are glad to be joined by Polly Trimble Moore, who is watching from the King and Prince on St. Simon's Island.
Come on.
Return home.
Look at him, son. Everybody got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
That ain't a bad place to be.
No.
Hey, and can you think of a better TV show to be watching at the King and Prince?
No, she can't think of one.
And the Dirt Road Sports Show.
They find probably some folks over there she needs to invite to the table to come watch with her.
I see it.
Yeah.
Like and share. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that. Like and share if you don't mind. Queasel, tell them about our resident attorney and our sponsor on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show.
Shingler Law. He is the man you need to call. If you guilty, call him. He will get you off. He can get you off from anything from a DUI to murder. It don't make no difference. You call him whatever you want. You tell him what the situation is, and he will get you off. He is a trusted attorney. He is well established. Don't forget, he clerked for the world-renowned attorney from New York City, Vincent Gambino. He was his number one law clerk. 229-524-1225. You give old Shingler a call, Larry. You tell Billy, say, man, I'm in a tight. I need some help. And let me tell you what, he'll treat you in your case with dignity and respect, and he will give you everything he's got. Most of the time when they see him walk in the room, the prosecutors, they just throw up their hands and give up and just quit. So call him today. If you're in trouble, he's your man. He's the official attorney for the Dirt Road Sports, and he says it's about the busiest job he's ever had, keeping us out of lawsuits. So he is a good man to have on your side. Call him.
I tell you what else he can do too. Queen. He can eat some fried fish and French fries and swamp gravy and cheese grits and mullet roll.
He can put away some mullet, can't he?
He sure can. I seen him do it Monday night.
Hey guys, we want to give a big shout out to Totally Loaded Nutrition, located on the north side of the square in Colquitt, Georgia. About the center of the north side of the square, you'll find them right there. A door that leads down a hallway to a small establishment known as Totally Loaded Nutrition. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you haven't had one of those teas or shakes yet, I promise you, they got them for energy. They got them for weight loss. They are balanced nutrition. They're in every town. This happens to be located in the town of Colquitt, Georgia, on the square. Also got great gourmet coffee. They got cappuccinos, mochachinos. They got any kind of coffee flavoring that you want. Gourmet coffee, espresso, cappuccinos, right there on the north side of the square in Colquitt, Georgia. Totally Loaded Nutrition. So you can not only go get a nutritious shake or a nutritious tea, but you can get you a fully loaded cappuccino, frappuccino, mochaccino, kappa latte, frappatate, or whatever you want in there. I promise you, you will enjoy it. On the square, Colquitt, Georgia, our good friends at Fully Loaded Nutrition. You know, I don't know if y'all
hear something else they got too. What? Let me tell you what else they got. You know, you go in most shops, they got T-shirts advertising. This and him's got a button-up shirt. Marvin come by to see me the other day, and he had a coffee button-up shirt. He had that coffee quick. He had to fill 2 cups all the way over his shirt. And it ain't no better way to how good that coffee was. He just had it dripping out of his mouth all down his shirt. I said, where you get that from, Marvin? He said, I get it from up there. He said, this ain't just regular coffee. He said, this is the, what did you call it? Kappa Frappa?
Well, they got a Frappa Mocha latte. And you know, that's a good one. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I'm a connoisseur of fine coffees with fine flavorings of creamer in them. I don't
Yeah,
most of it winds up on his shirt, but he is a connoisseur of it.
Well, Charlie, we went to do your show one time, and I stopped and we got a cup of coffee. It was early in the morning, and I got back in, and Flores said, and I quote, Marvin, what is that? A ground up Heath bar in your coffee?
Yeah, that's exactly what it smelled like. Somebody took a Heath bar, put it in a blender, and Marvin poured it in his coffee. He would.
And he did this driving and eating a sausage sandwich.
No, we don't let him drive.
No, he was riding.
Hey, I show y'all these. Charlie sent us this picture. What a beautiful capture of a sunset. Charlie, I assume you were the photographer on that?
Right out the front door.
Wow.
Good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Right out the front door.
I'm assuming this is another Richie Jones photograph right here, Floyd.
Which one?
The windmill in the barn.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's a Richie Jones deal. Yeah. Yep. When's the last time you reckon anybody got a drink of water from a windmill?
That's right there.
Boy, how about this? Thing. Go ahead.
Interesting picture here. Sent in. Floyd sent it to me this afternoon. The swinging bridge at Neal's Landing. And that photo was taken, or that drawing was done in 1927. It looks like maybe it's when that bridge was there.
I think that's about the time it opened up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna just throw this out there. We would be, if you are a viewer watching tonight and you were there in 1927, you will call us. We will give you a Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show mug and car
tag. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you still are coherent and call us, we will be glad to give you and a lifetime membership in the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports fan club.
And we will personally drive out with the application for that.
Yeah.
We'll deliver it.
That's a pretty neat photograph.
That's over
right
the
there.
Chatty River. Yeah. Yep. You know, I had a man tell me, and I believe it. He said he walked across the Chattahoochee River in 1954. He walked across it at the Swinging Bridge. It was so dry. That's how dry it was in 1954. That was before they had the dams, all the dams and everything. That was in 1954. He said he walked across the Chattahoochee River in 1954. And they say this global warming and all this climate change stuff has just happened, you know. Well, that wasn't but 75 years ago. So
there've been some Henry County residents up here, some of the old timers that talked about walking across. They remember walking across the river in 54. It's like you said, that was a little bit before global warming. The first dam went in 1957, and that was Lake Seven-Oaks. That's the one down there at Chattahoochee.
I walk.
Yeah, I like to hear them old timers talk. They tell you some old stories. The old timers will tell you something. You can learn if you listen to them. But I said,
you know that, Floyd?
He was at an auction or something somewhere, and he was talking about how dry it was in 1954. I said, Floyd, I heard the stories. Yeah.
I walked across the Chattahoochee River.
How'd you do that? Well, on the bridge.
Up there in the mountains.
Oh, yeah, in the mountains, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Well, you didn't say where. You just said walked across. I walked across it. Never got my knees. Never got up to my knees. You know, if it don't come up to my knees, you know that's in shallow water.
Shallow water, right? You can't drown in water that shallow.
You got. Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, look at yonder. There's the attorney has chimed in.
Talk about him, and he shows up, don't he?
Yes, he has.
He's probably been to another fish fry.
Yeah.
Well,
he's probably at one right now.
Well, I'm talking about probably at one right now at fish fry. They can eat the most fish. There's some holy folks down there. Some fish eating folks down there.
He did a counseling session now.
That's exactly
having
right.
A counseling, a leadership and a counseling session. That's what they're doing now.
Continuing education.
Continue. That's the best one right there. continuing education.
Hey, here is the pickle green patch.
All right.
It's out in Pickleville. He said, "Come get it. Come
get it.
and
Come help yourself." He says he's fixing to do away with it. He said all things have a season. It's a season to plant. It's a season to gather. It's a season to do away with and start anew. And he says he's fixing to be in the do away with and starting a new season in this patch right here. Come get your collard greens. Come get your mustard green. Come get your turnip green. Do not fool with the onions. They ain't ready. Now, my landscaping professional has been about to worry me to death to go out there and get some onions. They're not onions, they're onions. So I said, nope, they're not ready yet. We can't do that. So go out there and get you some greens and leave the onion patch alone. It's going to come on a little bit later on. And
let me give the warning disclaimer.
We'll let you know all about it.
If you pick onions, know that the shot heard is not a warning shot either.
There will be no warning shots. If things are too hard, they cost too much.
Is that a honey right there? This could be
right there, baby. That is a living legend.
This really should be a trivia question.
That ought to be the trivia. Throw it up there, and then let's wait a while, Marvin, and throw that up for the trivia question. What you think?
That's a good one right there. That's a good. That'll be a good trivia. We give them a little precursor, and we'll come back in a few minutes and hit it.
We're gonna tantalize y'all a little bit with that one.
I need you to do an ad. Before we do the ad, Floyd, you're going to do Ziggy B's. Look right here. I want to show you, and you need to tell them about Ziggy B's, but look at this tonight at Queasel's house.
Good land of living. Look at that.
You talk about something.
You talk about straight Martha's Vineyard right there. It is 100% Martha's Vineyard.
I don't know what the po folks ate tonight, but I know the ones that Queasel's house ate.
That's where it come from. All that right there, except them potatoes and that coleslaw come right straight from Ziggy B's. And I was in there myself this afternoon. Me and Nadine, we were coming in from Blakely. I called her. I said, I want me a pound of them steamed scrimps. Guess what? I pulled in there. She had them ready for me, and she had them ready. Give them to me in that bag. I come on to the house. I paid her for them. When I come on to the house, we sat down and eat them tonight. We had us some cheese grits with ours at Queasel. Cheese grits and some coleslaw and some of them steamed shrimp. You don't even have to cook your stuff. She'll steam it for you. She'll cook it right there. Ziggy B's Seafood Market. It's one of the best seafood markets I've ever been in my life, and right here in Colquitt, Georgia. It's just a place that you have got to visit once in your lifetime, and go in there and get you some fresh seafood, get you some oysters. And she sells them by the bag, the half bag. She'll sell you 2 dozen at the time. She'll sell you a half a pint. She'll sell you a pint. She'll sell you some good fresh catfish, fillets, whole catfish. Whatever you want to get to eat in the seafood line, go by Ziggy B's and get you some. And while you're in there, get you some of that elderberry syrup. Get you some of that. She'll have it in the cooler over there. Get you some of that. Get you a shot glass. Some of y'all may not have a shot glass at your house, and I wouldn't have nothing like that in your house. But you got a tablespoon. Take you about 2 tablespoons of that elderberry syrup once a day. It'll regulate you. It'll make you feel good. It'll make you do things you ain't done in a long time. Go see old Ziggy B. She's one of our best friends in the whole world. Got a good business there, and we're proud to have her as a sponsor. She's been with us for a while. Y'all go see her. Ziggy B's Seafood Market, Colquitt, Georgia.
Lord, I've wondered what would happen if you drank a whole pint of that at one time.
I'm surprised you hadn't already done it.
He'd look like you did Monday. I mean Tuesday.
Tuesday morning.
Well,
you give him a little background on that, please.
Yeah.
Well, we got invited. We get invited to a supper. We got invited. It was Charlie was a little bit under the weather. He couldn't make it, but me and Floyd and Marvin out there, and our attorney, he has to go where we go and we had the high sheriff. Sheriff escorted us out there. We went out to Mr. Ricky Bracewell's house. Had a fish fry out there, and let me tell you now, when that man puts on a fish fry, he can put on a fish fry. And Ziggy B was out there with some mullet and some mullet roe, a stack of mullet roe. Had all catfish. They even come up with some of them fried ribs, swamp gravy. I'm talking homemade swamp gravy. Let's see, what else did they have? Y'all help me out. They had taters,
French fried potatoes,
French fry, anything you wanted. The fellowship, it was just, it was something else. Brother Charles Pickle was out there putting on a demonstration on how to consume some fish as well. But Marvin was in a little bit of, he was in a tight there for a little while because he couldn't find no syrup. But he found him some syrup. And when he found him some syrup, now you talking about somebody putting on some show.
He put it on it met his needs then.
He had one fish roll in one hand, one mullet roll in the other hand, and dipping them and going back and forth just like this right here. He was doing it too. We had the best time ever. I don't think there was a lie told.
Oh, no, they're good.
I believe everything was told like that.
You don't have to tell that. When you got a group of people like that, you don't have to lie.
No, man.
The truth is he's better than a fish. The truth with us is much better than somebody trying to lie on Martha's Vineyard. They can't keep up with it. They can't keep up with the truth. They can't keep up with the truth.
Here's the deal. That was my first row of the season, and I helped myself.
Well, I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to expose some folks here now. Now, Queasel's wife, Miss Queasel, she jump on them mullet roads.
She put some down too, didn't she?
Marvin. I think she hang with Marvin.
But Marvin, we had a meeting Tuesday morning, and we went by Marvin's door. He had a little sign on there that he was unoccupied. You couldn't go in Marvin's office, and so we had to move down the hall to go to. And I kept hearing his office door, his office with his desk door open, and his main office door, I kept hearing it closed. And he was pretty steady.
That at the water, he was at the water closet.
And I'm gonna tell you, I enjoyed that mullet roll. I hadn't had but one piece of mullet. I had me that fried rib. But when I took them mullets rolls, I had 4 sets. And
he started with 4 sets.
And I know Floyd brought the cane syrup, and it was good. It was made in Salhatchie. But you take 4 sets of mullet roll and you pour a half a bottle of cane syrup on them. That's good eating right there now.
It'll move a mountain.
It sure was good. He had it all over his shirt on the floor.
More than a mountain, I tell you that. It was good.
I'm with you now. I'm with you, Floyd. Marvin, I'd give a big shout out to our old buddy out there that fed us, and Ziggy B.
She was flat good.
We give y'all a big shout out. Thank you for being our friends.
There ain't nothing like having good friends, Floyd.
And Banana Pudding, our counselor here, our on retainer counselor, he's talking about that banana pudding. It was.
He ought to know. He ate 5 gallons of it. Did you see when he come by? He had it stacked up that high.
Oh no, we got to talk about bananas. We got to talk about bananas. They were talking about bananas. And I was telling them about my friend Beck Calhoun and his wife. It was Jan Blondie Calhoun. Used to be Jan Phillips. She's Rojo's sister. We was at a place one night and we was all there together, and she, Miss Jan Blondie, Bear's wife, she was gonna make her and Bear some sandwiches, and she had some light bread and spewed some mayonnaise on the light bread, and she took one banana. And she sliced it so thin. It's like she made 5 banana sandwiches with one banana.
And what? A tablespoon of mayonnaise?
Teaspoon of mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Teaspoon of mayonnaise. He said if she could use one slice of bread, she'd have done that. But anyway, they special folks. I heard a story too, and this is an old time story about that when Bag and Jan got married. they they went on their honeymoon. This is a true story. They went on their honeymoon.
Did you read?
Ogden, Georgia. They went on their honeymoon to the Bonfire Club. And they had them a chauffeur. They had them a chauffeur. Have y'all heard that story too? Have you, Marvin Queasel, have y'all heard that story? They had them a chauffeur. Chauffeur them from the wedding. They got married up at the courthouse, I reckon. But what is Marvin get married at the courthouse? $32 or $17.50, something like that. They got married and they went on their honeymoon. They got their chauffeur in his car, of course, with his gas to take them to the Bonfire Club. And then they said they got hungry and wanted something to eat. He had to take them to Dothan over there and fed them at the Waffle House and then brought them back home.
And wait, Floyd, wait. The driver paid for all the gas.
He paid for everything.
Yeah.
Get in the bonfire and bought their meal at the Waffle House.
At the Waffle House, and brought them home. Yeah, so
did you read what they
honeymoon. Have y'all ever heard of anybody going on a honeymoon to the Bonfire Club?
I have now.
Yeah, that's a true story. We don't make this stuff up.
Did you read what David Kimball had to say about Marvin up there?
What did he say? Yeah, that's all you need. Yeah, get you some cane syrup and some bullet rope. I promise you. Yeah, you don't need to get 2 gallons of easy flow or whatever that stuff is that they give you. So you have a cola.
Tell him what insurance pays for a gallon of that Go Lightly.
There ain't no telling. I call it easy flow.
Yeah, well, easy flow, Go Lightly, both of them about the same thing. Hey, Charlie, we need to pay a bill. Tell them about our buddy in Troy, Alabama.
When you ride by during business hours and sometimes way before business hours, you'll see the smoke. That's a good way to find it. It's at the intersection of 231 Three Knots Road. We're talking about Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue. He knows how to do it and do it right. Not just the barbecue, but the side dishes. But let's talk about ribs. Let's talk about pulled pork. Let's talk about chicken. All delicious, done just right. And I know part of his secret to it. He's got it going on. But the best coleslaw you'll ever put in your mouth is available at that location. Try some when you're riding through to Montgomery, coming back from Montgomery. Stop by and give them a try. Don't be afraid. I promise you, you buy a slab of his ribs, you'll thank us for it, just like Colonel Watson did the other night. He got a Boston Bud. He got the whole works and said it was the best he has ever had. So check them out, Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue. Check them out on Facebook. From time to time, they go out to different communities, to different functions. But get you some great barbecue this week from Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue. Again, the location right there in Troy at the intersection of 231 and 3 Knott Street.
Hey, guys, it's that time again. It's trivia time on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by our good friends who sponsor our trivia time each and every Thursday night. Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt. 229-726-4825 is the number to call them. Embroidery, T-shirts, tumblers, gifts, candles, you name it, they have it. Southern Hissy Fits, 109 West College Street. Give them a call. Take your garment that you already have. They will embroider it. You need to order garments. They have catalogs. You can pick out coats. You can pick out vests, shirts, hats, anything you need. They can embroider it right there at Southern Hissy Fits. They are also the distributor of all the official Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show licensed memorabilia. And the winner of our trivia contest tonight will be the proud winner of the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show logoed car tag, compliments of Southern Hissy Fits. And here is the trivia. 229-254-5060 is the number to call. The number to text, rather. Your name and the correct answer. Who is this 8-year-old entertainer? And I know I may have to give a little bit of hint. Let me throw this in. Who is this 8-year-old entertainer from Southwest Georgia?
Whoa.
You may have to pinpoint a little bit more than that. Marvin, because some of our folks up in Alabama may not recognize that gentleman like we do, but yeah.
It ain't Josh Suggs. It is not probate judge
Yeah.
Josh Suggs. That was
The counselor, he ain't gonna get to go to court because the judge gonna be waiting on him.
yeah.
Throw him back up there, Marvin. Throw him back up there. Tell him what did you tell him what kind of song he sung and where he was at singing that?
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull that up here and I can tell you exactly. 8 years old, and the song was Okie from Muskogee. Okie from Muskogee by Merle Haggard. Okie from Muskogee, and it was performed by an 8-year-old, Southwest Georgia, second grade in the Oaks Academy in Brinson, Georgia, as a matter of fact. Brinson, Georgia. Man. They're quiet, Floyd.
They quiet out there. They can't figure that one out. They can't
No.
figure that one out there, buddy.
See if I got it. Hold on.
You got coming in. Huh?
You don't hear them
Cricket.
That's cricket.
Cricket. Cricket.
Put it back up here. I think we got them stumped. I mean, I have nobody
Yeah,
chiming.
tell him what town he's from. What town he calls home.
Here. This picture was taken when he was 8 years old. He was performing Okie from Muskogee when he was in the second grade at the Oaks Academy in Brinson, Georgia. And he is famous for his hometown that he claims of Iron City, Georgia.
Iron City.
And I don't know. This. I have never had one go this long without somebody chiming in with something. But we've got them stumped tonight now.
He also sang with Eugene Hornsby and the Quasars.
Yeah.
And, down there. And I know y'all don't know. Most folks don't know what a quasar is, but I know I have finally found out from this gentleman here that y'all looking at the picture of how the quasar got their name. Long time ago, there was a TV man, and he had a van that he'd go around and he, if your TV were broke down, he'd work on it at your house, or he'd come pick it up and take it to his shop and work on it. And one of them TV, and he sold TVs. He was sold. In fact, I bought my first 8-track tape from him. I put that in the Pepsi car, the one that I outrun the headlights on that time. I had it in there, and Quasar was a brand, TV brand. It was a brand of TVs, and we might have had one when
I remember.
I remember we had a TV way back yonder in the early days. We had a TV way back yonder in the early days, but Quasar was a TV brand
By Motorola.
Yeah, it would go back.
Quasar by Motorola is what they advertised.
And anyway, the TV man had him a van that he hauled TVs on and work on, and he had Quasar. It was something else that had all of his name. There's your man. There's
Got
your
a
man.
winner.
Right there.
Got a winner. Tyler Willis is the winner. It is none other than the infamous Don Lane, a strapping 8-year-old lad with a guitar on his back singing Okie from Muskogee at the second grade talent show at the Oaks Academy in Brinson, Georgia.
Now, how did he let that performance opportunity slip through his hands? And he could have gone far, man. He could have been a contender. But anyway, he's a contender now. We love old Don Lane. He's one of our best friends in the world ever been. He's been good to the dirt road sports. He's believed in us for a long time. But the van, let me finish the story with the van. The van, he had took all the advertising off the van except Quasar. That was the only thing left on the van. They took all the other stickers off of it. And anyway, that was what Eugene Hornsby and them, they rolled around. Y'all know how it is, Squeezer, with your equipment and everything. You got to have a van to haul all your
That's right.
drums and speakers and your guitars and all that. So they go from place to place. And it was just like they was like it was like Eugene and the Unknowns is basically what their name. Eugene Hornsby and the Unknowns was basically what their name was. And then somebody over in Donaldsville seen him on the band and said, I got the name for y'all. So here's your name, Eugene Hornsby and the Quasars. So that's how, see, everything's got a story. See, everything has a story if you'll just listen to people talk to you and delve deep into the history of something, then you'll learn something that'll help you in your life from now. Now that probably never will be a Jeopardy question, but we know it. If it ever is, we know it.
I
And
see
I think he toured with Eugene Hornsby and the Quasars for a short period of time until his mom and daddy said, you ain't going off with them no more.
Can you imagine him now performing like Luke Bryan in skinny jeans?
I can't do that. No, I can't. I've tried, but I can't make that picture happen.
Hey, Tyler Willis, if you're going to pick that up, let me know. If not, shoot us.
Where's he from? Where's Tyler Willis from? I don't know.
I don't
He
know.
got he got
Tyler,
to be a legend around here somewhere.
text me your address. We'll be glad to drop that in the mail to you, or you can pick it up at Southern Houston if it's on the square in Colquitt. Just let us know which way that you would like to do it. Trivia time. Hey, you never know what you're going to find out on Trivia Time. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Hey, guys, KWG Plumbing. Our friend, Mr. Wayne Garney is his name. Mr. Garney is licensed in Alabama. He is licensed in the great state of Georgia. Master plumber, that is. All your plumbing needs, whether they be new construction residential, new construction commercial and or industrial, whatever those plumbing needs might be, KWG Plumbing, one call does it all. KWG Plumbing LLC, Colquitt, Georgia. Give him a call. He will take care of you. Queasel, tell him what his motto is.
If it ain't flowing, he'll get you going. Give him a call.
And we're joined right now on the phone by none other than Mr. Wayne Garney. Brother Wayne, how are you?
Yes, sir. Doing good. Glad to be on the show tonight. Thank y'all for having me.
Good deal, man. I'm showing a picture here that you sent in of looks like a creek bank with 3 rods. Tell us a little bit about what happened here.
Yes, sir. That's a good friend of ours. Got some private property on the creek there in Decatur County. And he lets me come from time to time and fish, and just trying to unwind the day after a busy work week. Just trying to wind down the day. End up with 4 catfish right there.
Oh yeah. Now is this one in this cooler a picture of one that you caught?
That was Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
Friday and Saturday. I went Friday, Saturday, and Thursday. So I've been 3 days there this week.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, tell our viewers what the fishing is looking like right now with this weather we're having.
Yeah, with the high muddy rivers and creeks, the catfish are biting. I've been told that up in Eufaula, you can find some specks on trash, what we call it, under the water structure, you might say. In about 30 foot of water, they was catching some specks about 12 foot deep. But that's up there at Lake Point in Eufaula, so that's a little north of us. But hadn't heard anything about the Flint and the Chattahoochee, but hey, ain't nothing wrong with just getting out there and trying. Sometimes you don't know, you just get out there and try and liable to load the boat.
That's it. That is it. Well, any words of wisdom you'd like to leave us with this evening, brother?
Yes, sir. Same as every week. Say your prayers and have faith in the Lord. He'll take care of us. Pray for the red, white, and blue. Keep a smile on your face. Help somebody if you can. And last, from Captain Hook, just be a productive member of society. Thank y'all and have a good night.
Brother, have a good week. We'll see you next week. More here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Our good friend, KWG Plumbing, Mr. Wayne Garney. All right, boys, I got a question. I've been holding this one I've been holding it for you tonight. Queasel shared this one with me. You ready? If you will. Floyd, especially, I need you to focus on me on this one. This one's for you. News story. hit Fox News on January the 31st, which was yesterday. The Biden administration, in a push to make electric vehicles more practical, is offering a tax credit for car chargers to a portion of Martha's Vineyard by classifying it as a low-income community.
Right.
Man, you can't, Marvin, you
Oh.
cannot make this stuff up. So Martha's Vineyard, they ain't nothing but po folks on Martha's Vineyard. Here's what I'm gonna bet you. I'm gonna bet you they ain't nobody on Martha's Vineyard ever opened up a can of potted meat and got them some soda crackers and some hot sauce and sit down there and eat it. I'm gonna bet. I bet the old home. I bet my home on that.
Here's the deal. The median home price, listen to this now, low income, median home price for the elite playground of the wealthy is $1.5 million per house. That's the
Yeah, that's just middle of the road house. That ain't talking about Barack Hussein and Michelle Hussein Obama's house. They ain't talking about their house. They talking about that. It's interesting thing. I know a man that lives in Boston up there in Massachusetts. I know a man that lives in Boston. He also has attachment here in Colquitt, Georgia. I don't know if he's watching or not, but his wife watches sometime. But I'm just wondering what the median in Boston, Massachusetts, and here they are in Boston, Massachusetts. Now they've done invited all of these migrants, if you will, into their city because they're a sanctuary city. I wonder if Martha's Vineyard is going to invite the migrants, if you will, into their city to share. Oh no, they can't do that because they're too poor. They can't. It'll be a disaster. It'll be a humanitarian crisis if they invite them into. But he has come up with that. That's what anything. Well, it's all he's doing is taking money from the federal government and giving it to them. That's all he's doing.
He reclassified part of it as rural.
Mm-hmm.
Rural,
rural Martha's Vineyard.
That's what he got classified as. And Jesse Waters said, he said, they can reclassify a man as a woman. So he said, I reckon they can reclassify the projects as Martha's Vineyard if they want to. He said, if
they gonna say that as rural, I wonder how long it would take us to ride around and find somebody up on Martha's Vineyard like Charles Pickle growing turnips for the community.
That's what I was just fixing to say, Charlie. Where can I go get some beef tripe and collard greens and some lacy cornbread?
If it's rural, it should be there easily to find,
And go hog hunting at night because they're eating up all your peanuts and your corn crop.
Well, that's what it is.
And see 600 hogs in your field.
It's classified as rural, low income, get tax credit so they can all go buy them.
They got to have a break, man. Them folks up there got to have a break. And they're going to vote for him anyway. I don't know why he has to do that. I don't know why he thinks he has to, because all of them going to vote for him. All of them lunatics are going to vote for him. Don't matter. It don't matter if he took their house away from him. They are going to vote for him. It don't matter.
Look what that gal done put up there on that thing, catfish chowder. You see that? That catfish chowder is going to be on the menu.
Y'all know we could actually do a remote show from there with that establishment.
Oh, yeah.
We could do a remote and have people. I mean, it's just something to think about.
Folks will adopt Ukrainians, but raise in sand about Governor Abbott and deporting them from the.
Let me ask this question. I'm not a Walmart person, but I had to go to Walmart. Didn't have to, and I don't think I'll go back. But I went yesterday, first time in over 10 years. And you know what concerned me most about the people in Walmart, Northside, Dothan, Alabama was?
What?
About half of them, I didn't know what they were saying because I didn't understand their language. And it wasn't all Hispanic languages there were several different varieties of languages that this redneck didn't know what the heck it was. And I wonder how many of them folks that's come across the border we actually may have right here in our.
They're coming. They're coming to every city in America. It's coming to your
I
doorstep.
think we've already got and don't know about is what my question is.
Here's the deal. See, they've emptied out their prisons like Venezuela. They've emptied their prison out.
They emptied the prisons and the middle institute.
And
They
they ain't
got
gonna
the middle
take them
institute.
back.
They just sending them on. They just get
They
them
ain't
off the
gonna take
street
them
and send
back.
them up here. All the prisons are being emptied down there. I ran
You
into
see
a
that
guy
video?
he was in Dothan yesterday. Ran up with a guy in Cracker Barrel. We done eating. Nadine's shopping out in line paying out. This fella come up to me and said, he looked at me. He said, "Are you from Colquitt, Georgia?" I said, "I sure am." He said, "Floyd be Lord." I said, "That's exactly right. That's exactly right." He said, "Man," he said, I don't never miss seeing y'all on your show." And he said, I'm a coast to coast truck driver. He said, "I have to drive my truck to Portland, Oregon." And he said, "I show some of my friends that are out there," he said, I've got them turned on to y'all." And he said,
That's what I'm
"Don't
talking
tell me," he
about.
said, "Man, they ain't no way that them cats could exist out here in Portland, Oregon." I said, "You exactly right." I said, "Number one, we ain't gonna do that."
No.
He said, "Let me tell you what." He said, "Let me tell you about Portland, Oregon." He said, "I get a lot of information from there from people that live there." He said, "Let's suppose that you are living in a $3 million mansion, a home in Portland, Oregon." And he said, "There's 10 people in your front yard camping in tents with bonfires, and there's not one thing you can do to get them off of your property. It's impossible to move them." Just like it is in the state of Illinois. They just passed a law in Illinois. You cannot forcibly remove anybody from your property. And if they ever get the chance to come in your house, it's over. You can never get them out.
How do you think?
That's what he said. That's what's happening in a place like Portland, Oregon. I said, "I don't doubt it, man." I said, we just hear a tidbits of what's going on.
How would that work in Southwest Georgia, Northwest Florida, Southeast Alabama?
Well, it wouldn't work. It would not end well. It would not end well because
Not for them.
we've worked. Everybody, we've all worked hard and made honest livings our whole life. I got a little bit. I ain't got much. I got a little, but what I got's mine. It's mine. Me and Nadine, we've scraped and raked and made do, and got our little old place here. It's in our name. We got it. I don't want nobody in no tent in my yard out here that I don't know who they are. Now if I say it's okay for you to do that, then you put your tent up. But if I don't know who you are and you suddenly show up in my yard and you're gonna pitch your tent and you're gonna proclaim yourself to live there and there ain't nothing I can do about it, it's gonna be a problem. And that's the same way it is with everybody down here. And that's one of the reasons they want to take our guns away from us. They want to do away with our Second Amendment rights. They know that there is no way to defend the First Amendment without the Second Amendment.
That's right.
Speaking of Second Amendment, Queasel, tell them about Philip Auto and our Second Amendment proponent, Mr. Holstered 9.
Well, I'm gonna start with the Holstered 9 tonight because it was on the news today. They have got they're trying to get a bill going and get it through that is buried. I don't forget how many pages it was. It was several hundred, if not 1,000 pages bill that they're trying to get through Congress. And in that bill is they got it hid in there to where it would be a violation of federal law for two private individuals to do business together and sell one another a gun. So if I had a gun and wanted to sell it to somebody, then that would be illegal. So they coming after us from everywhere they want. If you need a gun, folks, you better get one. If you want something to protect yourself, and you ain't got to go far to get it. This Holstered 9, they got any kind of gun you want, all kind of rifles, shotguns, anything you want. If they ain't got it, they can get it for you. Handguns, they got one of the largest selection of handguns down there, all different kinds, automatic, revolvers, whatever you might need, all the ammunition you need. Got gun repair. They put scopes on your guns. They put them laser sights on it, set them, put them on there for you. Everything you need. One stop shop for all your personal protection needs right there, right below those two American flags. Right next door, Phillips Auto Parts. Hey, they got anything you want. It's getting time to put them crops in the ground. You know you need to start getting your tractors and all serviced up and get everything ready. They got everything you need. Miss Key's got all kind of gifts in there for the ladies. Valentine's Day's coming up. Something like that. In the Marvin, mine come up and said I'm off. Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's freezing up. I see.
He's freezing up.
Okay, because mine come up cigar.
Freezing up.
Hello.
Yeah, you freezing up. Hey, Floyd, tell them about Sawega Meat Company.
Oh, man, a great meat house right out here halfway between Colquitt and Blakely, Georgia, on Highway 27 North out of Colquitt, Georgia. Take you a little tour up there. Turn, you'll see the big building, the big brown building, big wooden building sitting right up on the left up there on top of the hill. Sawega Meat Company. And Marvin, you was talking about that cane syrup that you got on the Mullet Road the other night when we was eating all them Mullet Road. I bought it at Sawega Meat Company. It's local grown, local made cane syrup. It's Salhassie cane syrup right there, a local product. They sell a lot of local condiments out there. They jellies and jams and sauces. And what they specialize in is good meat. I'm talking about some good fine steaks, hand cut, just exactly like you want them. Get your hand cut ribeye, New York strip. Get you one of them real good fillets. Get you a couple of them, if you will. Get you some good meat out there, good sausage meat, smoked meat, good bacon, good everything. Spare rib, some of the best pan sausage you ever had in my life out there. I bought some, patty it out, make you some pan sausage, good smoked sausage. Anything you want, walk in the door, tell them who you are, tell them where y'all heard it from. They'll give you a 10% discount if you tell them you heard it on the Dirt Road Sports Show. So Sawega Meat Company right here in Miller County, Georgia.
Hey guys, we give a big shout out to Mr. T.C. Berryhill, our good friend and the proprietor of Berryhill Auctioneers. He has always been and always will be a friend of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, and therefore he is our sole sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of the Floyd's List of Impossibilities.
You know, we talk about it, we have opinions, viewpoints, revelations, and reflections. You know, we've revelated a little bit tonight. We've reflected a little bit tonight. We've opined a little bit tonight. And a viewpoint, I'm going to give you a viewpoint, if you will. Give you something to think about to start with here. But five people that you are going to, at one point in your life, need. Anybody out there want to guess who they are? You can guess all you want, but I'm gonna tell you who they are. I'm gonna tell you who Floyd says they are. Five people you're gonna need in your life. You're gonna need a doctor, because you're gonna get sick. You ain't gonna stay well your whole life. You're gonna need a doctor. He gonna treat you, gonna give you some pills or probe something in you or inspect you, whatever. You're gonna need a doctor. Everybody agree with that? Okay. You're gonna need a lawyer. Because let me tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna get your behind in a crack somehow or another through some kind of financial misjudgment, if you will, some kind of driving infraction, if you will, some transaction that you're going to have a bona fide lawyer to help you with.
Notice that
with that. Let me hear from it. Let's hear from a congregation, huh? Go ahead, Marvin. You got a question?
Notice the check mark in the corner.
Let's see. Okay, we got two. We got two already. We got a doctor. Gonna need a doctor, and you're gonna need a lawyer. Here's another one you're gonna need. You're gonna need a banker. Because guess what you ain't gonna do? Guess what you ain't gonna do? You ain't going to win the lottery. You ain't gonna win it. And if you do win it, you're gonna throw more money away than you won in the lottery in a short period of time. Because you go throw it away on stuff that you ain't even got no idea that you throw it away on. So you're gonna need to borrow some money. You got to borrow some money. You want to buy a car? You want to buy you a car? Huh? What you gonna do? Go out there in your yard and dig it up and go cash money? You gonna pay $50,000, $60,000 for a car? Somebody got to finance it for you. You got to have a banker. You got to have a banker. So we got three right now. We got a doctor, we got a lawyer, and we got a banker. Number 4, you are going to need a plumber. Because guess what? You gonna do? You go to a fish fry somewhere, and you go load up on mullet roll, French fried potato, hush puppy, fried mullet, coleslaw, banana pudding.
Swamp gravy.
You're gonna have to have
Cane syrup.
and cane syrup, and you are probably gonna have to have a very, very large bowel evacuation. And there's a good chance that all of that discharge is gonna clog your plumbing up. So, and you go get your plunger, you're gonna go down. First thing gonna happen to you, you're gonna jug down there with your plunger, it's all gonna splash back up in your face. And it's over. And then what you gonna start doing, you're gonna start cussing.
Oh.
You're gonna start cussing. Because you done used 3 1/4 rolls of toilet paper to clean yourself up after all of that. You're gonna need a plumber. Because your flushing ain't gonna work. Okay, we got that. We got that solved. We got that. We got a banker, a lawyer. We got a doctor, a lawyer, a banker, and a plumber. That goes to the last one. We got 5 left. Anybody want to know what your 5th one is? You gonna need an undertaker. You got to have an undertaker. Somebody has got to get your stiff behind out of where you are, where your last breath was took. They got to haul you off to somewhere. You can't just haul them off to the woods no more, like folks used to, and like Matt Dillon used to do. He'd dig a little hole and throw some rocks over. You can't do that no more. There's laws against all that stuff. So you got to have you an undertaker. And he's gonna perform all these, and he's gonna be very solemn. He's gonna be very solemn, very quiet, very easy going. Well, we have a standard model casket here for this price, and then we have a deluxe. Then we have a deluxe model. With this one here, do you see this one? It's got the lining in it. It's got the padding. It's got the foam rubber pad where you lay the deceased on. You got that, and then you got all this silk, and then you got this image up in the top up there of the when they close the lid down, they have the image, and the lid will be right here 2 inches from your face. So you ain't got no, and you can't see, so you ain't gonna be able to see what it is, no way. But then you got all this. And then if you really want something nice, we can like write your name across the bottom of the casket down there. Or maybe put Go Dogs across the casket. And all the whole time. And the whole time he's over there, he's calculating.
Hitting them buttons.
cha 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 cha. Got that calculator go cha cha like Mr. McKinstry was here. He pull that lever.
Pull that lever.
So they go on. So you gonna need a undertaker because somebody got to do something. They got to have, and they got to go through all the service. And then we have this room. We have this this cathedral here that you can rent. And then of course you got to have the visitation where everybody comes in and visits and proclaims about how wonderful you were. And you lay it in your casket there and you thinking, he's talking about how wonderful I am, and he owed me $100. So you gotta have it. You gotta have you gotta have a doctor, a lawyer. You gotta have a doctor, a lawyer, a banker, a plumber, and a funeral director. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got two of those people who sponsor the Dirt Road Sports, and another one who is a regular viewer of the Dirt Road Sports. So tell me we ain't connected.
That's it. Telling you.
3 out of 5 ain't bad, is it?
If I may, Floyd's list of impossibilities. Let me get to serious business here. An impossibility. Hold on just a second. Impossibility that any of the present NASCAR drivers could even crank up, put in gear, and drive the race cars that Fireball Roberts, Curtis Turner, Richard Petty, and Elmo Langley raced back when racing was racing. Do I hear an amen?
Amen.
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 Amen. Exactly. Impossibility. Now, this is serious business, and I want y'all to think about this, you Democrats, if you will, you Democrats. Impossibility that a Democrat holds any place on earth more sacred than an abortion clinic. Come on, talk to me. Come on, y'all call me Democrats. That's y'all's
Preach it.
folks. That's y'all. That's y'all's peeps, man.
Preach it.
That's who you are. Vote Democrat. Hey, man, we love abortion. Let's kill them all. Kill all the babies. I'm a Democrat. That's what I'm. I'm gonna pull that Democrat lever. All right. I'm gonna save this one here for next to last. This is the impossibility that a 6-year-old child is responsible and mature enough to have a cell phone. If you got a
Ooh.
6-year-old child, you need to be knowing what he's doing or what she's doing at all times. They need to never get out of your sight. I can just imagine what would have happened to me if I had got out of my mama and daddy's sight when I was 6 years old. I wouldn't be here. I'd be gone.
Lloyd, they're letting 6-year-olds now make the choice of what sex they want to be.
Exactly right. Yeah. Mhm. Exactly. Why not? Hey, you got parents foolish, stupid enough to do it. They insane enough to do it. So let them do it. Hey, like I
Yep.
said the other night, give them your car keys. Hey, open up your liquor cabinet. Here, let's drink some Johnny Walker here. Let's roll, 6-year-old. Yeah, here, $100. Here, go do what you want to do. Just have at it. Same thing, you know. They can have it. You want sex change? Oh yeah, man, that's cool. Everybody will be cool. All right, let's see here. Here's one right here that any impossibility that any U.S. congressman or senator will ever have an expiration date stamped on them.
Ooh.
They a bunch of them need it. They need them an expiration date. All right, I can name them off, and I can go down the list with them. I can go down the list with Mitch McConnell, one of them. Mitch
First
McConnell,
one.
one of them. He's number one. He's the number one. His expiration date he's done gone past his expiration date, if you will. He's done gone past it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one right here. Let's go back to this one right here. Let's see if I can find this one good one here. Yeah. Hold on just a second. impossibility that any article of clothing other than a hoodie, a face mask, or a burqa would look good on Hillary Clinton. She needs all three of them. She needs a hoodie, a face mask, and a burqa on at all times. That's the only thing that looks good on her. Only thing that make her look good. All right, let's roll on along. The last one is the impossibility that Joe Biden can go 8 hours without having a bowel evacuation in his depends.
Always.
Mhm.
Here we go. The fine folks over at Kelly Crop Insurance, Colquitt, Georgia, are there to serve the agriculture community in any way they can. Check them out. Kelly Crop Insurance, Colquitt, Georgia. We got a little roller coaster ride on the weather. Warmed up. Gonna be warm tomorrow. Up about 70 possibly by Saturday. Then the next rain comes along Saturday night, Sunday, and a little bit left over on Monday. And our temperatures go back to where they should be. Pretty well normal for this time of the year. A little bit on the cool side during the day Sunday and Monday, but back around the 60, 62 degree mark later in the week. Good chance of rain though Sunday, and just another roller coaster ride we're going to be on weather-wise. Let me put a plug in for something. There's going to be a concert next Saturday night, February 10th, at Flat Creek Baptist Church. And it involves a group called Willing Servants. Am I right on that, Floyd?
Yes, sir.
And they hadn't sung together in a long time, but they're having a reunion concert, and it is to benefit a very special organization. I say all this to get Marvin to give you the organization and other part of it, but that will love offering be taken, and also you need to bring a certain item to the church and get out there and support this. And Marvin and Ms. Marvin are part of that group. So we look forward to that. And Marvin, with that, what all do they need to bring to the concert?
They can bring diapers, wipes, baby shampoo. It is to benefit the Alpha Pregnancy Center. It is a mission of the Bowen Baptist Association and the whole Southwest Georgia area to try to encourage people to keep babies, to not abort them. It is a pregnancy center. They do free ultrasounds there. They have this is what this is for, to try to get these mothers in there, to get them coached, to get them to understand what it means. And they go through a program and they earn points to be able to get diapers and formula and all that kind of items. Any of those baby items that we're asking people to bring for donation, and then we will take a free will love offering to support the Alpha Pregnancy Center. We began Willing Servants in 1996. We sang for 16 years, and we have not sang together in 12 years. And so we will be back together on February 10th, 6:30 at Flat Creek Baptist Church. You can visit our Facebook page for more information on it.
I want to say this as we kind of ease on out. Appreciate everybody watching. Wish we had time to call every name out that's popped up, and I can't read that. I need new glasses. But one, Clay Dale is a representative for Kubota Tractors over around Boston, Georgia. Am I right on that, Floyd? Boston.
Yeah. Well,
He checked in on mine and said he just flew in time to watch the show. He had been at a Kubota kickoff rally in Dallas, Texas. So we got folks from all over, right here at home, and then all over the country watching. So we appreciate and love each and every one of us. Pray, y'all pray for this nation. We in a mess, and we need a lot of prayer. Queasel.
Thank you, Charlie. Hey, brother, you hit the nail on the head. Listen, you need to go out and find everybody you know, and you need to make sure that they are registered to vote, and you need to take them to vote, because let me tell you, every Democrat that's registered, and even the ones that ain't registered, is going to vote at least once. And I'm worried about this election. I really am. I am worried that the Democrats are going to steal it. They done stole one. I'm worried they're going to steal another. And I don't think we can stand 4 more years. I
Nope.
just don't think we can hold together for 4 more years. So I'm telling you that they ain't no, but one way we can fight what's going on. Well, there's two ways. One way is through prayer, and the other way is through the ballot box. So I've told you time and time again, I don't know who needs to be leading the country. I don't know who needs to be leading our state elections, our local elections, but I know somebody that does. So I encourage you to pray about the upcoming election. Pray about who you need to vote for. Get guidance on who needs to be there. It might not be who we think needs to be there. We need to pray and let the Lord's will be done, and let's follow Him. But one thing we don't need to do, and that is nothing. We done nothing last election, and you see what it got us. We have got to stand up and make a stand. I am really every day. The more I watch it, the more worried I get. I just don't know what's going to happen. I really, really don't. It does not look good for us. I'm just being honest. It does not. And so y'all remember that. We love y'all. We thank you for letting us come in. We thank y'all for hanging around with us and putting up with us. Let's just get together and have a good time. Nothing in the world we love anymore. Remember this: life is short, and you ain't got no promises. You might not be here tomorrow, so you need to live every day for what the best you can make out of it. Do all you can do. Be the best person you can be every day. Enjoy every day. Make it count. Make every day count. And uh, we don't understand the biggest blessing we got is time, and time we can spend. Make your time count. Spend it with people that you love. Uh, just uh, just be thankful for what you got. Floyd's going to talk to you about that. Floyd, take it on.
Thank you, Quiz. Everything you said ain't nothing but 100% the truth. First thing I'm gonna tell you tonight, I'm gonna tell you if you got some old person in your life, if you got a grandmama or a granddaddy or an uncle or an aunt or somebody in your life that's by themselves, or either if it's an elderly husband and a wife that are living together, or two sisters that are living together, pick up the telephone. And I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about right now. Pick up the telephone and call them and ask them and tell them you thinking about them. You on my mind. I just want to know, is there anything I can do for you? Because let me tell you, those old people did so much for us. They did so. We can never repay them what they've done for us. The groundwork they laid out for us, the examples they set for us, the life they lived for us, so that we can do what we do. If you got an old person in your life, and I ain't talking about an old person being 100 years old, I'm talking about an old person that's older than you, call them up and ask them, is there anything I can do for you? I'm just thinking about it. And not tomorrow. Call them up right now. Here's what I'm going to leave you with. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Always be prepared to protect yourself and your family. Stand your ground. Be prepared to stand your ground. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Look around you. If there's anything that looks out of place where you are going to, you go back to where you came from. Do not put yourself in a position where somebody can get you and throw you in a van or throw you in a car or a truck and haul you off, and you may never be seen again. Be vigilant of the people that are around you. Get your head out of that thing right there when you walk into your car. Get your head out of it. Put it down. Put it in your pocketbook. Pay attention to what you're doing. Surround yourself with like-minded people. And when you lay down at night and go to sleep and put your head on that pillow, you start thanking God Almighty above, the creator of heaven and earth and the creator of us. You start thanking Him for what He's done for you today. Start from the time you woke up this morning until right now. Just think about the things He's done for you today. And you'll go to sleep and you'll still be thanking Him. Good night, y'all. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all putting up with us. We had a good time. We're just having a conversation with each other and having a conversation with y'all. And we appreciate the feedback from y'all and appreciate y'all watching us. We love you.
Thank you, guys. Each and every Thursday night, it's our honor and privilege to come and spend a little bit of time with you as we spend time with one another and we have a good conversation. Appreciate all of you watching. Appreciate all the comments you put on here. We appreciate you being fans of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. You know what I'm going to tell you? Sunday's coming. Go to church. Go to a church of your choice. Go to a Bible-believing, Bible-preaching church. Scripture tonight is, my dear children, I write this to you so that you will not sin. But if anybody does sin, we have one who speaks to the Father in our defense, Jesus Christ, the righteous one. He is the atoning sacrifice for our sins, and not only for ours, but also for the sins of the whole world. He died so that we could be free of our sins. Thank God. Hey, guys, we love you. Appreciate you. Want to give a big shout out to Ricky and Ansley Bracewell and their crew and their family for having us this week. We appreciate you. We love y'all. We appreciate you, and we had a great time. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We will be right back here next week. Same place, same time. More Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do in life, always be particular. Good night.
See
See y'all.